afternoon, coming from West Belfast. Believe it or not, it's a home match for Mary's. Queen's travelling a grand total of 1.5 miles up the road this afternoon. Both teams very familiar with each other this afternoon. You're with me, Irial, and my co-commentator Damian Harvey here beside me, an ex-Mary's man. How are you keeping, Damian?
Very well, Irial. Good to be here. And the St Mary's lads, I think I could probably have walked out of the college up the 500 yards up the road to this one. They couldn't have played this game any closer to home.
No, a nice crowd collecting in here now this afternoon. Plenty of anticipation. Not much football and hurling on this afternoon, that's for sure. And hopefully a classic in front of us. Again, it'll have to be decided on the day this afternoon. There will be extra time and penalties. And God willing, the sun will still be up here in West Belfast in the shadow of the Davitts Mountains. I suppose we'll go through the teams this afternoon. We'll start with the home team, St Mary's. I suppose, Damon, yourself familiar enough with this team, you might go through it yourself. I suppose there's one big change this afternoon you might tell people at home.
Well, the St Mary's teams as follows. Shea McGill is in goals. It's a full back line of James Donnelly, Finn Murdoch from Rostrevor and McDara Hines from Kilcoo. The half-back line is Dara Higney, Oma, Michael McCallan, Carrick Moore and Shawnee O'Donnell from Ceallaigh at wing half-back. The midfield pairing of Dara Traynor from Tyholland and Fergal O'Brien from Mullaban. The half-forward line is Dara Mooney from Owen Rua. Sean Rock is centre half-forward from Silverbridge. And Sean Quigley from Clonmore is at wing half-forward. The full-forward line is Callum Lagan from Loop, Niall McKenna from Emmyvale and Declan Loy from Mullaban. And a few changes on the Queen's team to come. You've spotted. Was there a late change in the St Mary's team?
Well, just Connaughty out, I suppose. Is
yes, Connaughty. Yeah, Connaughty's a huge loss for the St Mary's team. Obviously, county duty's been called on, and by the looks of it, county duty's been called on for the Queen's team as well this afternoon. The number of lads who would have been expected to feature for Queen's this afternoon have obviously been called away for trial matches and all sorts of other things, and that's disappointing, I'm sure, for the Sigerson competition in general, because you really want your best players out on the field.
You certainly do, but again, it'll be fierce competition. There are 4 changes to Queen's. I'm not sure if that will make them considerably weaker than the St Mary's teams. They would have played twice already this year and twice drawn. There's a good mix of Tyrone, Derry, Armagh, Northern Ulster teams for sure. 1 or 2 from Leinster, but not many. Again, mostly an Armagh and Tyrone full back line here, and starting with Oran Graf from Strabane himself on the border with Donegal. In at 2 this afternoon, another Tyrone man, Brian Conway, Jonathan McErlane, and the first of 4 changes this afternoon for Queen's, Neil McCreesh in at number 4. Tyrone and Derry representing mostly the half-back line with Liam Downey, Lorcan McBride and Patrick McGurk finishing out the full-back line this afternoon. At number 8 this afternoon, Anton Tohill withdrawn, and Rory Donnelly starting for him at 8 with Jack Lenihan named at number 9. And in the forward line this afternoon, Adam Crimmins, Padraig Purcell and Dan Higgins making up the half-forward line with Ronan Cassidy, and another change, Owen Reid in at full forward with Luke Donnelly at 15. One other small change as well in the subs, a new sub-goalie in Paul McCormack this afternoon. So everyone calling it tight today. Damian, how do you think things will go yourself?
Well, look, all the Ryan Cup games and everything else is just, it's really a bit of play acting ahead of this here. This is where it really comes down to with the blood, it starts to boil, and the game starts to, or the competition really kicks into to play. A lot of to and fro in this week about where this game was going to be played, when it was going to be played, what time it was going to be played at. We're here now, we're ready to roll, and I can tell you now that both these sets of teams will be gunning for each other this afternoon. It
wouldn't be like the Ulster men to get the blood boiling at a game of football on a Sunday afternoon, that's for sure. Hopefully a clean enough game. I suppose on that, the new rules not being enforced this afternoon, for good reason as well. It's probably been talked about before. We might talk as well about it for a minute. I suppose not enough time really given to the colleges to get used to the new rules.
Definitely not.
And play the league as well using the old rules. They did try, in fact, to get the new rules sandboxed in there for the league matches, but the rules committee weren't ready at the time. So we will be playing the old rules this afternoon, but hopefully the new descent rule, which I'm looking forward to seeing myself, and it's about time, is creeping into these young fellas. They'll be well trained. They know how to take a a training session and to take on board new ideas, especially young fellas. So hopefully a nice clean match now this afternoon, and a good game of football ahead of us. Nice conditions here this afternoon, not too cold, a balmy 6 or 7 degrees here in West Belfast in comparison to what we've had all week. And again, this match postponed twice due to the poor weather, but fine conditions, very little wind up here on the side of a mountain as well, which is fantastic, and looking forward now to a great match this afternoon. Enda Malin or Raytor Trochnuna in Yov from Madden's in Armagh. I'm looking forward now to a great match. Both teams nearly all ready to go here this afternoon. Favourites today, I suppose marginally. You would think Queens. There's a Mary's man here beside me who might disagree with me.
No. Listen, Queens come into all these games as favourites. Like you know, obviously they're huge pick from thousands of students across the university each year. St Mary's, they're probably working off a panel, I would say no more than 30-40 players, maybe even 30-40 lads in particular year groups. So you know they've got their work cut out for them. They always had their work cut out for them, but they're more than capable of competing at this level. And I'm sure you talk about 6 or 7 degrees. It'll be about 40 or 50 degrees out in the middle of that field now, Irial, because I can tell you something now. This is Sigerson, and they'll be going flat out for it.
They certainly will. So all ready to go here. By the looks of things, a nice crowd drawn in here to the stand where the cameraman is looking east over Belfast City, Ulster Hospital there in the background, and the Royal and Harland the Wolf Cranes and Divis Flat to the far left as we get underway here this afternoon. The ball thrown in nearly on the dot of 2 o'clock this afternoon, and first to the ball here is Queens with a high ball in here, floating, a push in the back there, a pretty obvious push in the back, and the referee calling that one quickly. Mary's now coming out, ball in hand.
Yeah, that was the first attack for St Mary's there, and I suppose from their perspective they'd be disappointed they didn't get the opening score on the board there, but they're on the ball, St Mary's once again, and they have a chance to attack this Queen side.
Crimmins now with the ball. He puts it as far back as Luke Donnelly, falling very deep this afternoon.
St Mary's, yeah, that's
trainer on the ball here now.
Yeah, no, that's Shani O'Donnell from St Mary's on the ball. Back into Declan Logue now from Mullaban.
Yes, very good. Sean O'Donnell now with the ball in. Here's as far as Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna with 3 Mary's men surrounding him here in the 21. It falls out of his hands on the ground and out. Queen's coming now with the ball. Plenty of space here. Mary's dropping deep. McGurk puts it back as far as Dan Higgins. Ball is slowed down here around midfield. Higgins, a fine big man there, coming out to the centre, hands it over to Jack Lenihan. Goalkeeper now coming up. The old style tactics with Owen McGrath collecting the ball before the halfway line. He's going forward as well, but dispossessed there. A good fist in from Michael McCallan.
Yeah, I think what you're going to find more in McGrath. Owen McGrath is plays for Strabane, but he plays out the field for Strabane. He's a bit of an auxiliary goalkeeper from Queen's perspective, and we're going to expect to see him out the field, but obviously this is going to be something we're going to see for another couple of weeks, because he's certainly not going to be able to collect the ball in his own half after the end of this month.
He certainly will not, so we're definitely playing an old style of play. I suppose it'll be a bit of a mix-up, Damian, won't it, for a lot of these players today, going between new rules and old rules. Maybe they haven't even trained the new rules just to keep their minds.
Yeah, well, some of the lads here involved in the county teams will I'm sure, no doubt, have plenty of experience of them at this stage, or 5 or 6 weeks experience of them at this stage, I'm sure, anyway. But Queen's trying to set up their first really good scoring opportunity of the half here.
McGurk onto the 21 here now, and the first chance for Ryan McQuillan, and the first point of the day coming from Ryan McQuillan. As you can see, plenty of late changes there for Queen's, 3 or 4 I make out, different starters from the lineup we were given beforehand. Yeah,
Ryan McQuillan's definitely started for Queen's there, and that's an early score for him.
Shea McGill with a fine kick out there as far as the opposition's 65, but collected by one of his own players as well. Fantastic work there from Mooney. A big high ball in as far as the 45, maybe preparing for the advance mark, but falling well short of that 21 line mark, but they collect again regardless. Coming now is Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell with 4 or 5 other Mary's players on the 45 for him. One of them is Dara Traynor. Dara brings it as far forward as Niall McKenna, who is forced to slow down and brings it back to his corner back, McDara Hines. McDara now back into his central position for Sean Quigley. Sean waits, and we all wait on the 45-yard line. No one happy to take the 40-metre kick today. Not worth it. So ball slowed down. Mary's retreating with the 3 men left inside the half. I suppose that's one of the new rules that they're. But that extra man now has come back finally. Only 2 Mary's men left up on the other side of the pitch as they go very defensive this afternoon. If there is a win this afternoon, it is favouring Queens today.
Yeah, but it's very little in it, you know. First chance for St Mary's really to put the long ball in, but Lorcan McBride cuts it out for Queens, and Queens are on the attack here.
Certainly are. Queens through Jack Lenihan with a nice high ball in and really unmarked there. Collected by them. They're coming in. A chance here now, possibly on goal. A beautiful save there from Shea McGill, and a chance now for Mary's to break again. First proper chance on goal this afternoon for
Queen. We might need to check on it. Well, Shea McGill's goal. I see the goalkeeper wearing Dara Corcoran. Maybe he's Monaghan Harps. He's wearing number 16. So I'm wondering has he started for the ranch? But we'll check that one out a little later.
Very good. Plenty of changes here this afternoon. Possession now once more with Mary's. Coming through the centre, booming up there, the big number 8 Dara Traynor, but not picked out by Sean Rock. They'll come back again, and they'll come in another little wave up through the centre, through Declan Loy now. He might go out to the right, he might go himself. He will go himself. He's inside the 45, but he finally gives the pass after sucking a man in. Very clever play from him. Finn Murdoch now, but the ball going out again, and good defensive setup here from Queen so far this afternoon. Mary's finding it difficult to make headway there, and again with a small bit of a win this afternoon, being cautious, trying to get into maybe the 21 or the 30 metre zone. There's a big man inside for them this afternoon as well. Colm Lagan, they've tried to pick him out already, but a small push in the back, it didn't work out for them. They might revert to that tactic now in a second, because things are gone very slow here. Finn Murdoch now on the ball. He passes it as far as O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to break inside, defended but illegally so there, with a hand coming over the shoulder, and a chance now for Mary's to get a score on the board.
No, there's no doubt about the free there. O'Donnell making good progress up that right hand side. Queens you're sitting back in. They're fairly defensive in this opening half, trying to hit St Mary's on the break, but St Mary's able to work the ball into a fairly scoreable position, but there's nothing easy kicking up into that top goals.
Certainly is not. So against the wind at a difficult angle, but a Kit Og, thankfully, the left-legged player steps up, and a chance here now for Mary's to put their first score on the board this afternoon. 7 minutes into the match, but again against that wind. First chance here now coming from Sean Rock, but effort dragged there to the right and wide. The first
wide of the game. Yep.
Short kick-outs coming. You won't see many more of them in a few weeks' time within the 40. The goalkeeper coming up again, Owen McGrath. He will try to make himself available here. He's plenty space over here by our cameraman as well, and he does collect the ball just outside the 45, offering an extra player here for Queens, who will try to rack up a few extra scores with the wind in this half. A beautiful ball coming in, but a dirty bounce there over the head of Luke Donnelly, and falls.
See Luke McManus on as well, number 22 for Queens as well. So he started in the game. They are sticking to their numbers, but in terms of personnel changes, we're seeing a number of personnel changes, particularly in that Queens team.
Both teams will know each other very well, so I'm sure there was plenty of tactical changes here in the last minute. What difference that'll make, we will see soon. Mary's need a point, that's the main thing. Take the tactics out of it, they need to get that ball over the bar. It's with Sean Rock, who's put one wide. He hands it over to Sean Quigley, who may put this one over the bar. Certainly does, off the crossbar, over the crossbar there. Sean Quigley with the first point of the afternoon for Mary's.
Yeah, ball worked into that Clonmore man, and he found his range from 35 yards out, and he managed to go for Owen McGrath's crossbar, so it's a point apiece.
Long kick out coming from McGrath this time, but it falls to Marys, who've really had the vast majority of possession so far in this first half. Fergal O'Brien now on the ball. He finds space, brings it to the 21, half blocked, and might have made the difference there. Great work there from the Queen's man, making his way back, and ball goes out wide. It wasn't blocked on the ball, but did just enough to put him off, and a chance now for McGrath to clear his lines again. An easier kick out this time, and finally a Queen's man free who's able to pick that up and put it back to big Dan Higgins there in the centre of the field once again. He's forced to slow it down, play the ball back. Queens will come nice and slowly. Mary's working their way back, playing with the sweeper this afternoon, so Queens will have to be careful with the passing, but a stunning pass there and a mark taken this afternoon by Luke Donnelly. They obviously targeting Luke. That's the second or third ball they've hit into.
And as a good man to target, because he's an ace free taker for English, his home club. So he'll fancy this one as an easy opening opportunity for himself. And there we go, through the post.
Easy score there. Not many chances coming from Queens, but definitely efficient with their score taking this afternoon. And back now to, we think, Derek Crorkin. Hard to pick out the numbers on the backs from this angle, but
yeah, he's wearing 16 anyway, unless there's maybe a change in the jersey. Sometimes that does happen, where the number 1 jersey is maybe not available, but we can check it out at half time again. Here goes Larkin McBride.
Liam Downey now, he sends it across as far as Brian Conway. McGrath with him on the wing as well. He might kick it in himself. He might give the easy hand pass. Easy hand pass out the wing. Queens looking to work something, looking very congested there between the 45 and the 21 by Mary's. Good defensive setup.
I think the Ranch are probably sitting too deep to be effective, because this is a shortened field. You can see by the 265 metre lines. I think Ceallaigh should start to put up their defensive wall, probably on the 45 metre line, and that might just be a little too deep. I think that it might be worth their while pushing slightly further out the field to engage the Queen's players, because look, there we go, Owen McGrath from 45 metres, and he's nailed one.
Walloping it.
What a superb point that is.
Still a one-pointer, unfortunately, but I suppose showing why that rule was taken in. A very impressive shot there from the 45 from the keeper, and a score there to Queens. 3 points now, 2-1. Again, they have the win, so Marys won't be too worried, but with the majority possession, they are hoping to get a score. A high ball in this time now. A change of tactics. 2 Queensmen not being able to do much on Niall McKenna, who finds space himself. Lovely turn from him. A second turn as well. 2-on-1 though, and eventually that pressure coming to bear. Not a shoulder in the back there. Fair shoulder, says the referee, Enda Mallon. We'll play on, and Queen's doing well there to bring the ball up as far as the 21. 2 men inside there on McKenna, and doing the job eventually. Queen's now coming. Another lovely low ball in, but not collected. A lovely fist coming in there from Murdoch. Cuts out possession, and here we come again with Mary's. Dara Traynor now on the ball. He's coming up the wing, hounded there by Padraig Purcell. He's forced to go back, and as far as Sean O'Donnell this time. Sean O'Donnell now breaking the halfway line. You can see the 265s close to each other. It is a small pitch here in Davitts this afternoon. He puts in a lovely fisted ball and collects again. A beautiful 1-2. Not much space in front of him. Will he try to round his man? He will. And with the Kitog again, falling low but dangerous here now in the 6-yard box. Left
Owen McGrath didn't deal with it, and he was very fortunate that there was a Queen's defender in there, because it looked like the ranchman in Callum Ligon was lurking with intent there, but it didn't get the opportunity, and Queen's get away with it.
He certainly didn't. I suppose he could have gone into the box himself and put a bit of more pressure on the Queen's keeper, but not done. Owen McGrath now up at the opposition 45 as well. Queen's with an extra man back should deal with any quick break from Mary's, and they'll be happy to hold the ball here. 2 points up with about 14 minutes gone here. The clock, just in case you see it over on the far left, reading 14:10, about 4 minutes off we reckon, so we'll keep an eye on our own.
12.5 minutes gone, just over it, and Ceallaigh returned the ball over, and they're on the attack.
They certainly are, and plenty of numbers coming up through the centre here, including Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell does collect. There's 2 men on each shoulder for him. He gives it as far as Hagney on the 21. Nice easy score for him. Daniel Hagney with his first score of the afternoon there. Dangerous break from Mary's, and a great score.
Yeah, Daniel Hickney was the man on the end of that one, but there was an opportunity there just for a split second where Owen McGrath wasn't anywhere close to home, and I think it was Lorca McBride that was acting as goalkeeper. It was a chance for St Mary's maybe to really punish Queens, but 3-2, they'll be happy enough.
Certainly would. Could have been more dangerous, but Queens, to be fair, did have the extra man back and standing in goal, but they're on the attack now, and they're coming through the hands of Padraig Purcell once again. He's forced to go back to Ryan McQuillan. Ryan has a point already. He might fancy himself with the left leg. An absolute wonder score there from him. The white flag goes up.
Yep, no arguments with that one. That's Ryan McQuillan's second point of the game. The Glenravel man has made a big impact. He started the game from wearing number 18, and he's already contributed heavily.
Well, the short kick out not working out well. The big man picks it up there. A ball in, and a very dangerous ball here now for Queens. Padraig Purcell, I think. Yes, with that one, Padraig's first point of the afternoon.
Gift of a score for the Kilmacud man. He was handed possession, and he made the most of it once again. St Mary's, they're up against it here with a strong Queens side, and they can't be giving gifts away.
Corkin now taking his time with this kick out. Much better job this time, reaches the 45 and collected by Loy. Loy now with the ball. 3 Queensmen in front of him. He passes it up. It's dropped initially here by O'Brien, and he loses possession. Queens coming a pull back there, so advantage being played. It falls once again to McQuillan. McQuillan, well, he's got 2 out of 2. He might as well go for the third. He puts it right and wide, but it doesn't make a difference.
Going to go back for the advantage that was played just over the 45 metre line. So Queens have an opportunity to stretch their lead here. The lead 5-2, and well, there's the way they've approached the game and started the game. They've put their ranch under serious pressure here. Well,
maybe about 10 yards away from the initial infringement, which will help the situation. It is once again McQuillan with this one. The first one to go to the left and wide from Ryan McQuillan. Mary's now going short, just outside the D. Collected by Loy once again. Loy, the target man here, dropping deep, acting as the extra man and picking up some nice easy kickouts. He gets it as far as Traynor. Traynor is on the 45 but forced to go back again. Mary's very deep here now with 3 men unmarked just within their own 65. One of those men is Macdara Hines, who's played well this afternoon. He puts in another high ball. It might work out better for them this time. It is dropped. There's an extra Queens man there to collect as well. He's fouled. We'll play advantage once again, but Queens will be happy to keep possession, keep the ball alive, and it's in the hands now of Brian Conway, who has a bit of space, and he puts it as far as Owen McGrath, who's very happy to come up the pitch, act as the extra man, and has scored already today this afternoon. Himself and Crimmins here doing an old 1-2 out the wing, plenty of space. Mary's drop within the 45 once again. Only 2 Mary's men up beyond their own 45. Plenty of Queen's men's there, 4 of them, all wanting the ball, none of them getting it. Falls onto the ground, goes back, but is collected in the end by
Ronan Cassidy. I think we picked that up there, and yes, he's moved it out to McQuillan once again. Ronan Cassidy, a man that has collected an under 20 medal with Tyrone in 2024. All Ireland, Ulster and Ulster medals already bagged for him, and I'm sure he'll be interested in a Sigerson. As the ball goes in, there's a chance here, and that's come off the post.
Bar. Off the bar there from Liam Downey, fell very dangerously in between 3 or 4 players there. No one collected and fell out to a Queen's hand, or to a St Mary's hands, and it's Sean Rock now on the ball. He puts it as far as Dara Traynor and plenty of Queen's men on the Mary's men on the break again. They're doing this counter-attack very well, very rapid pace up the pitch. It's been cut out this time, cut out illegally so by Ronan Boyle from Queen's, one of the many
Bridgesman. He's just a bit over enthusiastic there. I'll put it like that there. Irial.
Well, we'll see that cut out now very shortly with a 50-yard
punishment.
Yeah.
But again, this old rules today, and this competition, just like the club series, will be the last of which we'll see in the old rules. I
suppose plenty of debate, but I think myself it'll be wonderful when the likes of this kind of stuff is brought out of the game and the cynical fouling. But not much of an advantage today for Queens. It doesn't make a difference anyway.
Sean Rock gets the score.
Mary's there with another score. Sean Rock with one wide before this. A score coming from him now, and only 2 points between the teams. Queens definitely with the upper hand when it comes to the forwards shooting this afternoon, and playing well with the wind. Mary's, I think, probably with the majority of the possession, but finding it hard to get those scores so far this afternoon. Queens now with Liam Downey on the ball. He puts it back as far as Crimmins. Crimmins brings it out the wing here, and a chance for Dan Higgins to make an impact. It's going to be tough to shoot from out the wing there.
I think the difficulty from against St Mary's perspective is as they edge towards the 45-metre line, every shot is possible, because I think the conditions here lead to long range shooting today. I think St Mary's really do need to engage Queens at this level, at this point of the field here. And if they don't, they're potential that Queens are going to pick off the long range scores.
And two danger men there, McQuillan and McGrath, but it's Downey who takes this effort. This one falling short to the right as well. We won't put that down as a wide, just a little bit short. And Queens utilising this quick break once again. Huge numbers coming up the centre of the pitch here for them, but Queens equally getting back. There's a foul there, surely. No, not a foul. Done well there by the Queens man, Dan Higgins. A chance here now for Mary's, and a wonder score if this one goes over the bar to the left.
O'Donnell just kicked it to the left of the post and wide, but he's been probably St Mary's most lively player so far, I would say.
Plenty of pace at the start of the year. Doesn't matter, these guys are training all Christmas and all year, and very, very fit. Won't put in things. Again, there's been 2 draws between both teams this afternoon. It will go to extra time and penalties if needed today, but I don't think fitness is going to be an issue this afternoon.
Definitely not. These boys are on peak fitness, and this time of the year, coming into this competition, they'll want to be, because it's a bit like playing tag on a motorway out there. If you're caught out badly, you'll be run over.
McBride with the fist out the wing here to Donnelly. Donnelly now with that point already. This one drifting right. I think it's short as well. A bit of pressure coming on Corkin, but no Queen's hand gets to it. That goes to the right and wide. Derek Corkin now coming out onto the 21, looking for a quick kick out. Nobody from Mary is turning around looking for the ball. Forced to go long. Brings it outside into the opposition 45 and 65, nearly as far as the 45. Collected there by Conway. Slips to the ground but gets up very quick, and Queens maintain possession. A lovely ball now, inviting the big man Dan Higgins onto the ball. He brings it inside the 45, turns onto his favourite right foot. This one probably dropping short, might be dangerous. Corkin comes out with a fist and cleans it well. 2 Mary's men ready to collect. One of them is Loy, who's dropped deep all afternoon, and Mary's on a familiar break. Drag back there, but we'll play on regardless. Mary's coming now within the 45. It's slowed down and falls to the hands of Traynor, who puts it back as far as Quigley. Quigley has a score already. He puts it out the wing to Sean O'Donnell, who has a wide. He'd love a score. It's going to be very difficult from that angle. He's within the 21 now. He'll be forced to go back. Slowing down the ball now. 4 Queens men in front of Quigley. They play it into the corner. They'll go out to the 45. They certainly will. Fergal O'Brien now with the chance. A lovely score out the side of the boot.
What a score that is. Fergal O'Brien got he found a wee bit of space, and that's the score of the game so far. 5-4. St Mary's right back in the game, and that's a superb point from Fergal on that occasion.
It certainly is. And Mary's doing well, but it's Queens now with the ball once again. Well, as we thought, Damian, it's going to be a very close match this afternoon.
It is indeed, but Queens are on the break here. They've made a man over. No, they've been turned over once again. No, and Marma has decided that there was a bit of dragging back. So a chance for Queens to edge 2 ahead again.
And McQuillan, he scored 2 from play, 1 wide. I don't think he's going to take this one. No, it's Donnelly, who's 100%. Well, he goes short. Very clever play from the man. Oh, wonder goal there from Ryan McQuillan. Brilliant work. Very clever. We thought he was going to take the free. Obviously, they've been working on that one in the background over the last few weeks. Hands it to Luke Donnelly. Luke Donnelly puts it into him. St Mary's asleep. And Ryan McQuillan, a shocked audience here now with a wonder goal here. 1-5 now to 4 points. Well, we were just saying how close it was, and the commentators' course, as usual, Damian. A wonder goal.
Well, absolutely. St Mary's were caught sleeping, but under 13 metres. Did it go 13 metres? Maybe one for a replay later on, that one. But look, Queens were awake. St Mary's went to sleep, and the finish, no argument with the finish. It was top left-hand corner, and that's a goal and 2 points for a man that wasn't due to start, Ryan McCullough.
Playing a wonder game, but again Mary's half asleep there. Advantage being played here now. They'll need a response. Sean O'Donnell on the ball once again. He's played fantastic so far this afternoon, carrying the ball plenty of metres, probably more than anybody else. He manages to pass it in. A free descent now, not quite 50 yards, but we'll bring it up. Well,
it wasn't quite 50 yards, but I tell you what, it's 20 metres. You know? So the man's not going to take any guff, and he's getting himself prepped for the future here. And this is going to be a top over free in front of the post, and this will reduce the lead back to 3 points once again for Queens.
Steals another few metres there now and lodged over the bar there. Niall McKenna, a response needed quickly from Mary's, and got as well a goal now between the teams. Owen McGrath now has a point himself this afternoon, the goalkeeper. 2 Queensmen there by themselves, but the big fist there of Loy coming through the back, that might lift this Mary's team, with Sean O'Donnell now coming through. He passes it to the point scorer from 2 seconds ago, Niall McKenna, who fancies his chances after scoring that one.
Well, we were just more marking before the game here, where some of the shooting we were watching in the warm-up, and there's lads starting to lose footing and so on. That's exactly what happened on that occasion there. And Niall McKenna turned back inside. He tried to plant onto his right side, but lost the ground, gave way underneath him, or he gave way on top of the ground, and it went out to the left, out to the post and wide.
Pitch is looking well for this time of year, I have to say, given the weather conditions the last few months. It's holding up okay, but as you say, yes, it's not perfect, that's for sure, and I suppose no pitch can be at this time of year.
I think the pitch is hard, and what's happening is it's wet on top, and you just need to get the right grip of on the studs. There's maybe one or two hasn't the right set of boots on them today.
Yes, not a day for the Mouldies. Coming now, Dan Higgins. He's played well in the centre this afternoon, set up plenty of scores. Comes here now to Queens. They don't have much space to get a shot away. 3 Mary's men coming around the Queens man there. Falls kindly to Queens player Ronan Cassidy now, possibly with a chance if they can pick out the keeper. Very clever work there, nearly a rugby style quick pass over to the edge here. McGrath puts it in. He goes again to collect the ball, and danger position here now for the keeper. It'd be great if he got a goal, but he's forced to go back here now. Padraig Purcell has a score already, would love another one. Dispossesses his own keeper. Will it fall back to him? It will not. Dragged to the ground there.
Well, I think he fired into the tackle, and it looked like the Queensmen were running a little bit of a cement mixer there, to be honest with you. But I think he made an effort to go for the ball, and his feet was taken from underneath him. It is a free into Queens, and a chance for them to ease the lead back out to 4 again. But St Mary's on that occasion a wee bit more disciplined in terms of their defending. They might have got a turnover there, but as it turns out, Queens have a top over free here, and I'm sure Luke Donnelly will be converting this.
I don't think he'll be trying any quick goals from here. And just creeps in the left hand side there, and it is a score, his second score of the day, and 4 points between the teams again. Derek Crorkin slowing down the ball, making sure he picks out his own man, which he does. He's been good this afternoon, bar one bad kick out. Has been fairly solid in there so far. Mary's coming now through Loy once again. He recollects it, and it's between Loy and O'Donnell once again. That must be a combination today, maybe 10 times already. The pair pairing up quite well. James Donnelly now with the ball in the centre of the pitch. Mary's would love another score now soon enough. Make it a 1-goal game again. Hines, you're inside the 45. Brought up towards Niall McKenna. Niall has a point and a wide, and that's a wonderful score.
What a score that is.
Certainly is. Niall McKenna there. Well, he had an easier opportunity earlier, but as you said, a little slip. He's had 3 chances on goal now within the last, on points for the last 5 minutes. He's scored 2 out of 3.
Yeah, well, look, I put it like this here, that I think from Iran's perspective, they're having to work much harder for their scores, but they're when you can kick like that, you can shoot from anywhere. 3-point game. Once the game's down to that goal, really, that St Mary's went to sleep on.
Mooney now brings it back. Once again, 5 or 6 Mary's men around the centre of the pitch here. They'll take their time with it. Trainer now with the ball. Brings it back again. Game slowed down here. Donnelly brings it up past the 65. An injection of pace here from him, and there'll be an injection of pace here from O'Donnell as well if he could pick up the ball. He does. He's done very well this afternoon. A great playmaker there in the advanced middle of the pitch. He brings it as far as Sean Rock. Sean has a point this afternoon and a wide. He'd love another one. There's a bit of space created here now and a chance for Loy to pick out a man. He certainly does. Doesn't collect it again though. Lost through the hands of Lagan, and Queens will come up through the centre, but a slow break from most of the Queens men. There's 2 or 3 getting ahead here, and there's one man inside, and that's all you need. It's collected by him. That man is McQuillan once again. McQuillan with
disappointed. He'd be disappointed. Right. He's kicked harder points than that today, and that's a disappointment. Pointing end to what was a very slick move from the Queens man. Still a 3-point game.
He did very well to collect it inside. The only man up. He found his space, and to be fair, just to the right and wide. His second wide, but he won't be complaining. 1-2 so far for Ryan. Mary's again. Mooney this time on the ball. Queens dropping back. They have an extra man there in the back line the whole time, making things difficult.
Now 15 men behind the ball. That's no doubt about it. When we look across the field, if nobody on the other half of the field at all, they're really getting the zonal defence, trying to stop this St Mary's attack.
Well, they'll be very happy to go in a goal up, that's for sure, at half time. Coming back here now to Dara Trainer. Dara is half out. He's not. No. He makes it as far as McKenna once again. McKenna dropping a little bit deeper. Maybe he would be better off staying inside, but Mary's probably trying to work it up just for a point. A point would be nice. A goal would be nicer, but some kind of score here now before the half to lift the heads would be wonderful. Tackle there is McCallan. McCallan with a bad effort, but it's remains in goal advantage.
It was Larkin McBride got a bit of a slap in the mouth there when he turned inside for that tackle, but it was a foul. It is a free in to St Mary's, I believe. Is it?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
Yeah, well, I see the St Mary's players retreating, so they must have been given the other way.
Maybe the slap afterwards maybe changed the direction of the free kick. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be okay.
It is a very even game, Irial. Obviously, seems a stupid thing to say, but take the goal out of it. Like the game's level. Like and it was a moment of a lapse in concentration from the St Mary's guys that cost the goal. And I think St Mary's will actually be, despite the fact that they're 3 down coming into the break, I think they'll be probably fairly content.
Yeah. Bit of a win there as well.
Bar the way they've conceded the goal, and well, that's one for checking back whether it went to 13 metres or not. I think it was right on the margins.
That's the bias now. I thought it was a wonderful piece of play. Very clever. You don't see a lot of that, especially at senior level. That kind of clever quick thinking.
You're right. You're dead right. We saw it yesterday actually in Newbridge as well. The 2 Callumans combining for a free kick that was moved very, very quickly. A superb ball from Rory into Dara, and he hung it in the net. And it was a superb game of football. But you're right, it actually is a St Mary's free in here, and a chance to reduce the deficit to 2. Sean Rock's the man with the ball in the hand. Yeah, 2-point game.
On the left boot there, a nice easy effort from Sean Rock, his second of the day. And as you were saying, Damian, that goal making the difference this afternoon. Only 2 points between the teams here in West Belfast. Queens 1-6. A beautiful, clever goal coming from Ryan McQuillan for Queens. 2 points also from him, the late addition this afternoon. 2 points from Luke Donnelly and 1 point from Padraig Purcell, as well as Owen McGrath, the goalkeeper for Queens, coming up and putting a point on the scoreboard himself this afternoon, making the difference. Points today coming from St Mary's, from the number 5 Daniel Hagney, Fergal O'Brien, 2 coming from Sean Rock, 1 from Sean Quigley, and 2 coming from Niall McKenna. A very, very close match here this afternoon. As we were saying beforehand, a great second half of football, hopefully. I don't think with any doubt here, Damian, coming up in a few minutes' time. Until then, stay with us, have a nice cup of tea and a biscuit, and we'll be back in about 5.
Universities, like, you know, when you have other sports, universities have always got a good following from the students. Oh, it's all the older crowd and parents. It's a shame, like, I was down at the Dublin County final there earlier in the year, and I thought the coolest setup was brilliant. All the young fellas, great to see.
1100 devices on there. 1100 devices on there.
That's a great phone, isn't it?
Was that their generation?
Is it?
Oh, yeah, but he didn't catch it and said nearly to 14. He didn't. He left it bounce and it went. So it's the middle of these at 14. 14, 20, so that's 6 metres plus another. Yeah, no, it wasn't 13.
Huh?
It wasn't 13. It was lucky to be 10.
It was lucky to be 10.
Nice. Huh? You're off air. Extra time, what do you think?
Could be. Hello? Yes.
What's this now? What's that?
Remember your countdown.
Oh, he wants accountants.
They were fine, like. Just let them
Yeah. I did the first line in Irish just so they could like get ready as well. So.
They're probably thinking, oh no, he's not going to do this again, is he?
Stop. Yeah, you want to say him again? Is it then a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Just go when the second team comes out. Yeah.
Maybe listen to them. Yeah, this is tight enough, isn't it? Sets. Just check that. Who's sitting?
One of the lads at home.
It's St Mary's who have work to do here, but I think they'll be relatively happy. 7 scores apiece. Obviously, the goal is a big difference in the game so far, and it'll be all to play for in the second half.
For sure, the old style 2-men throw-in coming there, and once again showing why the new rules are coming in. A foul within the first 10 seconds. They were saying something like 60% of the throw-ins result in a foul within 10 seconds. And
they're like throw-ups, the same thing, you know. Here's St Mary's with a chance to reduce it to 1.
Certainly is.
Or maybe less.
Maybe less, but a block down there, maybe illegally so, but not given. Coming down on Callum Lagan's leg there, not even coming down on his leg at all, but no foul given. And Queen's now breaking up the pitch. They're breaking slowly enough in comparison to Mary's in the first half, and a foul there against Mary's. A drag back there, and a chance now for McGurk to work something up through the centre here. Not much movement inside, forced to go short here to Padraig Purcell. Padraig has a point this afternoon. Chance for McGurk to get his name on the scoreboard, but that one falls quite a good bit short into the hands of Dara Crorkin, a late addition, one of the many late additions this afternoon for Mary's. Mary's now on the break again, that quick break, plenty of bodies coming through the centre. One of those is Fergal O'Brien. Fergal has a score already. This one will fall.
That's just a superb score. Like, that's Fergal O'Brien, 2 in a row for Fergal O'Brien. That's in terms of his point taken, and the Mullabon man, well, you go a long way to see a better score than that one.
Certainly, yeah, a wonder score coming from him. Lovely kick out there, collected in the centre of field by Queens. Surely a foul on the Queens man there. It certainly is, dragged down, and a chance for Queens. 1 point between the teams, and Queens coming again. There's an extra 2 men back here for Mary's, so it'll be very difficult for Queens to get a shot away. Again, if there's any little bit of a wind this afternoon, it is blowing from right to left, so that'll be against the attacking team now this afternoon, so probably a little bit harder for them to sneak one in. Falls here to Boyle. It's blocked down though and collected by Mary's. They're not giving him much of a chance to get up here, but the referee happy to play on.
Well, the ball, you see the ball's on the ground, so it was only picked up there for a second, then he was fouled, so there was a bit of a ruck for him in there, but Irial, but the Mary's managed to clear their lines.
Another score, and we're into a drawn game. Again, these teams have drawn twice already in 2024. I suppose this season, though, everyone expecting a very close game. We will be going to extra time and penalties if needs be, and a very good chance of that happening as well this afternoon. Mary's now with the ball. They'd love that other score soon. A lovely jinky turn there from Dara Mooney. Creates plenty of space. He puts it across here now to McCallum. McCallum with a lovely ball in, and that's collected by Lagan. He puts it back towards Quigley. Quigley has a score this afternoon. This one will fall to the left and wide for Sean Quigley. They would have loved one, but Mary's really dominant here in the first few minutes of the second half.
That's exactly the start. Gavin McGilly, Kevin Dublock, and the guys on the sideline would have wanted from St Mary's at the start of the second half, and I think these are the scoring goals down here on our left hand side, but Queens are coming in search of their next score.
Certainly are, and you were talking about the conditions there. A little slip coming from Luke Donnelly. Luke has 2 this afternoon, but he did well. He collected on the ground and he put it back as far as McGurk. McGurk here now into the centre, just outside the D, coming under pressure. A nice clever little hand pass there now, and a chance for Cassidy to go. Blocked down there. I don't know if he meant to even block it down. Wallop there off James Donnelly's hand. It's free there, apparently.
Free in. Running Cassidy, great run in from the angle. It was a brilliant block by James Donnelly from Balahi.
If he knew much about it.
Well, he was in the right place. I'll put it like that there. He was in the right place to get the block in. Tap over free here for Luke Donnelly, and it'll be a 2-point game here very shortly.
Yeah, bodies on the line here this afternoon. Chance now for Donnelly. A nice, easy kick for him, making it 3 out of 3. No wide so far for Luke, and 2-point game here again. Yeah, a 2-point game here again now. 1-7 to 8 points. Dara Crorkin now nice and slow. He did well with the kickouts throughout most of the first half. That one not going so well though, but a great jump coming from Laverty. Queens come again now. They're getting more numbers up the pitch. They do have a sweeper back, but apart from that, the goalkeeper even coming up now. Oran McGrath has a point, and his big boot now against that wind could do well to get one over the bar. Every point very important now in this second half, but too many steps there, and Mary's now with the chance to clear their lines. Nice kick here to Sean O'Donnell, who played fantastically well, bringing that ball forward through the middle of the pitch there in the first half. He did very well. Another man who did well to carry the ball, Declan Loy, unleashes this into the 45, collected by Niall McKenna, a danger man with 2 points so far this afternoon. There's 2 or 3 men coming around him, if not more. A lovely turn there. This one falling low. The fist nearly got to it there by Callum Lagan, but falling favourably from Callum, who's been unlucky so far in this first half. He is the big danger man inside, but nothing falling.
You're right, nothing's fallen his way at all.
He only needs one though.
Yeah, and in the 35 minutes that have been played so far, but yeah, the Ranch have a 45 and a chance to land a score, and see the goalkeeper coming up to take this one.
Well, there Corkin, well, his opposite number, well, nearly number, Oran McGrath, has a point already. He'd love to get his name on the scoreboard this afternoon.
It's fairly central, so it's fairly decent opportunity to reduce this deficit back down to a single point again.
Has the distance. Doesn't have the accuracy though.
The accuracy, another wide, second Ranch wide of the second half. Just over 6 minutes gone. And look, all these are fine margins here, Irial. So they'll be wanting to make sure that they'll be anxious to get the next score on the board.
Certainly will. 6 minutes gone and 6 wides coming so far today from Mary's. I make it only 2 wides from Queens. I might be wrong, but Queens definitely more efficient with their score taking so far this afternoon. Playing a more patient game, maybe you could say, and a patient game here coming now from Dan Higgins. The big man, very hard to possess there, playing around the 45, brings it back. Chance now for Brian Conway to get on the ball. He hasn't been on it much this afternoon. Ball here out the wing, 2-1. Oran McGrath now with the ball. Oran going to maybe collect again as well. He can shoot from here and put it over, but he's not given much space. Forced to go back to McGurk. McGurk comes back again to Conway. They're happy to hold onto the ball. A 2-point lead here. They'll be happy to slow things down, I suppose. Damian, take their time, work a score.
Yeah, no doubt. These top goals are just not as straightforward, I don't think, to score into. And Queens will be anxious to try and work it closer to the goal, but if they got it the right man, and Purcell can find a wee bit of space and perhaps an opportunity for them.
He comes back now to Lenihan. He doesn't have a score himself, and he's going to find it very hard to score running out there to the corner flag. Forced to go back to Boyle. Boyle now slips on the ground, comes back to Lenihan again. He is...
no, listen, he was running into a dark hole there, and St Mary's showed him how to move further into it,
well,
and then took the ball away from him. Or has it gone for a 45?
I think it's gone to a 45 here, yes. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see now in a second, I suppose. Picked up by the umpire. Yes, it looks to be a 45 here now for Queens.
Look, Donnelly's going to take it. I'm not sure. Look, he's probably going to work something short here. I can't see him having a go. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Back to Brian Conway.
Conway now with a bit of space. There's men coming out to meet it as well. Collected lovely there by Podrick. Purcell onto the D, but slips out of the hands there of Downey. He's taken to the ground. I think maybe advantage being played here. A chance for Queens now through Crimmins. A big high ball. This one going right and not wide yet. Forced out in the end after the hands of the Queens man. It certainly is.
Well, the ball could have broken anywhere there. The Ranch got away with one, I think, on that occasion. So still a 2-point game.
First substitution, I believe, of the day.
First change. Well, the big corner forward, Callum Lagan, is not going to get a chance to redeem himself. It's Keelan Reevy from Cullihana has come in.
Coming through the centre now. Once again, Mary's familiar style of play. 3 or 4 booming up the centre. The long ball going into the danger man. Collected lovely there.
Yeah, McKenna found a yard of space just out in front of his man on that occasion. And yeah, the ball worked lovely into him for the inside forward mark. And whilst a lot of people disagree with this, inside forward mark is going to work to St Mary's advantage here, perhaps.
Great score, I think.
Super point.
Wonderful
Super
point
point
from McKenna. 3 from him, only 1 wide this afternoon. He was being double marked for a period there in the first half. He is a danger man, and by God, can he put them over the bar. Wonderful score there, and a 1 point game once again.
Yeah, 1 point game. As they the Ranch have got this this advantage. They were 4 down at one stage, but they're in the possession of the ball now again, and they're on the attack.
There he's on the break. O'Brien there puts it to the danger man McKenna. He sends it back to the man who's just in there, Ceallaigh Reevy here with a wonderful score.
Ceallaigh Reevy's back on his feet again, and you can see things starting to spice up and heat up here. 1-7 to 10 points now, and we've got a game of football on our hands here.
We certainly do. The crowd getting a bit animated here. As well, a wonder score there from Ceallaigh, beautifully taken outside of the boot again. Some great scores going over the bar this afternoon. Owen McGrath got a great one himself in the first half. That kick out falling unkindly for him, and it's collected by Ceallaigh once again. Ceallaigh taken to the ground, advantage being played here. Ceallaigh doing very well for himself.
Yeah, and things are starting to move in St Mary's advantage here, and I think at least they've got a wee bit more belief about themselves here now at the minute, and this is a chance for them to go ahead. And would this be the first time in the game?
Yeah, I do think so. I think Queen's got that first point this afternoon, didn't they?
They did indeed. So an opportunity for the Ranch just to move ahead here, and with 19 minutes to go, if they can nail this one, it'll give them plenty of belief.
The big kick might be dropping
No,
short.
it's going to drop out to the left.
Yep. To the left and wide there.
I have that down as a third way to the second half for St Mary's, and that's 6 or 7 now in total. They'll not want to be reliving that stat again at the end of the game.
No, a lot of opportunities. 17 in total. I think you could add maybe 19, two dropping short as well. And this afternoon, a lot more opportunities and a lot more possession from Queens. A big dirty kick there from Queens. I think he was going for the ball.
Well, look,
the man was in the way.
I'll put it like this here: in Sigerson football, everything is live. Whether it's the balls at your feet or around your shoulders or where it's at. But no doubt on that occasion, he did catch this St Mary's man. And I don't think it's anything more than a free here at the minute. He's just giving him a warning here, a yellow card for probably dangerous play. And
I think protest, he might have kicked the ball, and the man was there as well. I'm not sure if he actually made contact with his own boot on the man, but as you say, a yellow card there.
Yeah, Ronan Boyle, we're going to the book, and we're going to have a free end to St Mary's very shortly here. But good, brave football from the corner forward. That's Declan Loy there, the Mullaban man, and they often talk about Sigerson. You're not afraid to put your head in where your boot should be. Then
certainly not. James Donnelly with the block there as well, only a few minutes ago on his own goal. So St Mary's putting their bodies on the line this afternoon. St Mary's always a wonder to me how they've done so well hurling and football over the years, in certain years for such a small college.
Yeah, well, there's a collective there. There's a belief in what they do. There's these guys probably see each other most days of the week as well. When you're in a big university like Queen's, you probably don't run into too many people and all the guys that are within your own class. But these guys will be meeting regularly. They'll be going through their fitness sessions regularly, their conditioning sessions regularly, and the build up of a strong spirit. And it's hard to break even at Sigerson football level. And despite the fact that they may not be household names, there is certainly a lot in the collective.
Well, Declan Loy is up again and up and running. He's doing well. Plenty of fitness, as we talked about there. There's no tired legs out there, and they won't be this afternoon. Collected now by Fergal O'Brien. Fergal has 2 this afternoon. Won't get a chance to shoot on this occasion. Puts it to Reevy, who's been great so far in the last few minutes. Has done well, and a lovely pass in there, and a chance for McKenna now to put this one over. But
another
again,
wide.
Very disappointing. Another wide.
Yep.
8 now. Plenty in this second half as well from Mary's. They might rue that, but Queens need to get the ball first if they have any chance of scoring.
Yeah, look, I think St Mary's are on top here. There's no doubt about it. In the last 10 minutes, they've got to grips with the game. Queens have lost their way slightly. It'll be who takes advantage of the next 5 minutes that's going to be key to this game.
Well, it's fallen very kindly there to Queens and to Ronan Cassidy.
Yep.
He puts it as far as Laverty. back again, a nice little 1-2 there, but 3 Mary's men in front of him. He's forced to go left. A chance now for McGurk, possibly. Brings it onto his favourite right foot. This one probably dropping over the bar. A wonderful score from him.
Score. Patrick McGurk, the Harvey man, finding his accuracy and his range from there.
They're not getting many chances, but they are taking them, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, that's what Queen's needed, and they've eased themselves a point ahead again.
I make it 2 wides now for Queen's in the whole match. So fantastic return from them.
Yeah, it's not much more than that. I have them, two wides in the opening half. They haven't hit one in the second yet. So Mary's kick out, an important win here for either side here.
Big fist coming
from the kick out.
It's off a Queen's hand though, so a chance now for Declan Loy to regain possession, work a score. They're hard to believe, but they're 1 down again with all this possession in the last 10 minutes. They need a score. Lovely ball in here, but 2 Queen's men there. And a big fist out the side. A chance here now possibly for a score. A tight angle. Their trainer might want to line this one up. He's coming very dangerously close to the sideline.
Yeah,
but
first thing he needed to
there.
do, make sure he wouldn't go over it. But Durant still have possession of the ball. Here's O'Brien again.
O'Brien might go himself. He's found a half foot. This one dropping low though. And
goalkeeper.
Oh, blocked down. Surely he should have kicked from the beginning. Well, was that a foot block? No, we'll play on a chance here now. 3 coming in to block it. Surely touched on the ground outside the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
it was.
It will be a free in on the 13-metre line, and the referee got it absolutely 100% correct. He was perfect in his decisions there. So they had a huge decision, huge chance to get the goal. Oren McGrath just didn't deal with the long ball in on that occasion.
Well, I'm not sure what Mary's man was coming in, but there was a chance to kick it first time, decided to bring it into the hands. Not the right decision. Very hard to decide what to do in such a stressful situation, but a point gotten there for Niall McKenna, his 4th of this afternoon.
Strangely enough, both sides were a bit delighted there. Mary's got a point out of that attack, and Oren McGrath didn't concede a goal, which is a big thing for Queen's size level again.
I'm not sure if it was Oren McGrath who touched the ball on the ground outside the 6-yard line there at the end, but maybe the right thing to do. 3 of them on the ground, and if the Mary's man got it, it would be very dangerous. A wonderful catch.
What a catch that is! That is a serious catch in the middle of the field from Declan Loy.
Declan Loy putting his body on the line twice now in the space of a few minutes. He'll get an extra 13 yards as well. I think it was a bit of descent
13 yards and 13 minutes to go, and I have to say that this is right in the melting pot now, Irial.
It certainly is. Well, it's been nearly all St Mary's so far in this second half. Hard to believe they've only gone ahead the once. A chance here now to go ahead again. Difficult enough kick. Over 40 yards out. Well, this one I think.
No, that one's gone wide again.
Wide. Sean Rock, 3 wides.
Tell you what, that's
for Sean.
That's sore on St Mary's. All those wides. That's 5 in the second half now for St Mary's, and hit half of those, and they're clear of Queen's.
Well, we've been talking about extra time and penalties plenty this afternoon. There's a great chance of it happening once more, but plenty of football still to play. A chance now for Sean Rock to redeem himself. Nice hand pass in. He collects again. Will he find a bit of space? He won't. He's pushed to the side there legally. So, and a chance for a goal here. Great save on the line there from Oren McGrath. The quick thinking Niall McKenna on the left boot, but a chance here for a score in the end. And they get their score, and they're, I suppose, rightly ahead now. I think Niall McKenna finally putting that over the bar. 5 points.
Niall McKenna, it was a good, in fairness to Oren McGrath, he got his angles right, and he cut off the soccer style attempt for a goal. But he could not do it. But Niall McKenna was alert to the opportunity, and he stuck it over the bar, and ran straight by a point.
Queens now, they need to respond very quickly. It's Conor Love on the ball over on the wing here. He should have plenty of legs. He certainly does. He collects again. He's knocked to the ground, puts it out, but to nobody. Plenty of.
That just energises the Ranch. They're coming at the game when they get turnovers. They just love to to take Queens into those dark corners and take the ball away from them, and that energises any team.
It certainly does. They've been in that corner quite a bit in the second half. McDara Hines now, I suppose Mary's with a chance to slow down the game. It'll suit them. Lovely pass here. Out as far as Caolan Reevy. Caolan,
he made a big introduction. He's been a good introduction from St Mary's perspective.
Mary's now with a change of tactic. As soon as they go up 1 point, they are now slowing the game down themselves, and Queens really will have to press here. They have everybody bar 2 now, and now 1 inside in their own half. I think it's Loy there on the ball once again this afternoon, really playing fantastic so far in the second half. A nice pass now as far as McCallan. McCallan with his effort, this one falling very short, collected by Oran McGrath. Oran McGrath, we've seen plenty of him going out the pitch so far in this match. He might be forced to do the same now as they'll...
Not so much of him in the second half, but we haven't, and he's making his way up the field now, but here come Queens once again. They'll be keen to get the next score because they just haven't performed to the same level as they did in the opening half.
No, but a lot more energy from them now that they are 1 point down. They need a score. A chance here now for Brian Conway. He's a good bit out, but he'll have to take the chance.
Brian Conway's capable of kicking long-range scores.
This will be a wonderful score.
There you go.
Straight over the bar from Brian Conway. Beautiful score, and what a curler.
Carrickmore, man, he's used to taking scores from distance. I've seen him in the past in league and championship football in Tyrone, and that was a super score.
Well, Queens now scoring 10 out of 12 opportunities so far this afternoon. Mary's with only about 60% conversion rate from all their efforts this afternoon, and that is the difference. Mary's definitely with the possession and more chances, but Queens have been fantastic this afternoon. Brilliant accuracy, a lovely kick out there collected by the dangerous Sean O'Donnell once again. Sean, especially in the first half, had a huge, tremendous amount of the ball. He's done well this afternoon. Fergal O'Brien now on the ball. Fergal with 2 points this afternoon. A lovely high ball in there, collected fantastic.
What a great mark
by Niall McKenna. Juggled in the hands but didn't touch another hand, and takes the mark, and a chance for him now to put his 6th on the board this afternoon. I suppose the accuracy not great from Mary's, but Niall McKenna has been quite accurate this afternoon.
And somebody's talked back as well, and that's been moved into the 20-metre line, so that's an easier opportunity for Niall McKenna, who he's been really, really good, hasn't he?
He's been excellent and definitely a target man. A lot of that first half, 2 men marking him, and he was still getting ball this afternoon. Chance for him now, brings it in another few metres.
Yeah, and he taps it over that Amieville man has added another score, and St Mary's back in front again.
No vanishing foam yet this afternoon. We're still on the old rules, and a wonderful game of football. Very attacking game, and a wonderful display here from both sides this afternoon as Mary's go to 13 points now. 1-9 to 13 points. Mary's 1 point up, and a Mary's man being spoken to in the centre of the pitch.
7.5 minutes to go. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe a bit of afters in terms of coming back out. Is he going to book 2 players here? Looks like it. 4 is
McDara
Hines. Kilcoo man.
I think just himself, is it?
And what has he done?
He's stolen his cone.
He stole the cone. McDara Hines lifted the cone and stole the cone. Well, I haven't seen that one before, but that's...
last time we saw something similar was a Mayo man doing it, I think.
Yeah, well, they teach them well down in Kilcoo, I can tell you. And he's nothing to learn.
Well, there's still plenty of time. It doesn't make much.
Now I'm getting dirty looks from Kilcoo man here. It'll be all right.
Awful accusations coming.
Oh, his father? Even better. He's all right, he's a ranchman, I'm happy enough.
Queen's now with a chance. Well, this would be a wonderful score, but just drifting to the right there, I think, off the boot of Adam Crimmins. His first effort this afternoon, and hard to believe, but the first wide of the second half.
Yeah, 3 in total for Queens. So they've been, as you say, they've been very efficient in front of goals.
But they needed that probably more than any other score so far this afternoon. It's collected now. Queens pushing up a little bit higher. They'll need to put pressure on. They still have the sweeper. But they are putting pressure a little bit higher on Mary's. Mary's have broken through that centre of the pitch most of the day. Forced to go wide this time. It's collected by Mary's in the end regardless. A lovely, dangerous ball.
Decent ball in. Oh, McKenna was on it.
Just to the left and wide from Niall McKenna. But again, very clever play.
McKenna's struggling. He's hurt, and he was hurt before that, and that's why an extra yard of pace probably would have got him onto the ball there and a wee bit quicker. He's damnedest to get across to try and turn it towards the goals. Just turned away for 45. But it'll be interesting to see if now McKenna's going to be fit to continue here.
He'd be a brave manager to take him off the way he's played today, and even as you say there, he might be a half pace slower than he normally is. He gets his hand to it, but it is blocked down by Queen's hand, and a chance here now for Shea McGill, there was a change there for Dara Corkin to get his first point of the day. He took a 45 before this. That one went wide. He'd love to make amends.
Yep, certainly would. And a chance here to put St Mary's 2 ahead if he can nail this one. And it looks like he has.
Absolute perfection there from Dara Corkin when it was needed. The first time Mary's have been 2 ahead this afternoon, and Queens need to do something very quickly here.
That's a significant score with just over, 5 minutes to go in the contest, or St Mary's have moved 2 ahead.
Well, it falls through the hands of a Queens man there. That won't help the situation. Collected by probably the man of the match so far in this second half anyway, Declan Loy. But he loses it, taken to the ground. There is another Mary's man, Fergal O'Brien. I think a high tackle, the referee is saying there. He's down and he might stay down for a while. Hopefully he's okay. St Mary's bench not too worried anyway. No one coming out to look after him. He'll take his time. On the ball now, Caolan Reevy, I think, coming back to take this one, has played great since his introduction. He has a score as well this afternoon. They're dropping a bit deeper. There's no sweeper now for Mary's. Maybe Loy will go back and try to shut up shop. A goal, you'd imagine, would do the trick for Queens. It's going to be hard for them to get 2 or 3 scores now in the next few minutes. They haven't got the ball that far up the pitch much in this second half. It's definitely been a Mary's half in this second half, so something needed, but they've scored a goal already.
No doubt. I think that the scores seem to have dried up significantly for Queens in the second half. We did think that that kicking into those goals on the right hand side made a problem, but there is a problem for St Mary's here because Fergal O'Brien's gone off, and Fergal O'Brien's been absolutely superb for St Mary's this afternoon as well. He's kicked some lovely scores, so there was a bit of a gap to plug there in the next 4.5 minutes or whatever's left in the game.
Fergal off. Caolan Reevy dropping a bit deeper. He is on the ball. He'll need a runner here. He doesn't want to be kicking it away that easy. Collected by them safely, and it's Quigley on the ball. Quigley being dragged back, but not according to the referee. It's the only thing that matters inside the 45 now. Beautiful pick up there from the Mary's man, and well, too many steps. Queen's doing great there. 3 or 4 men surrounding him. Queen's will have to make a quick break up the centre of the pitch.
There's still in the game here for Queen's, if they keep pushing and keep asking the questions, if the game's still there for the taking.
Well, they're down in this corner once more, but they've done okay in this corner as well. It's collected by Conor Love, I believe.
There we go, turnover.
A bad pass there. And lots of pressure coming from Mary's. Beautiful dummy pass there coming from the Mary's.
McGrath's not at home either. If St Mary's can work the ball here, that was a heavy hit off the ball there, but the Rants are on the move. 2 in a row.
2 in a row there. A chance now for Walsh, I think, who's on the ball. He sends it back. I'm not sure to who. A half block there. McKenna finally on the ball.
There's going to be a free in.
Played. Yes.
Yep.
Well, 2 dirty hits there now off the ball. Referee probably doing well to play advantage. As you say, the goalkeeper was off his line, and it'll suit Mary's in the end. They'd rather a free down here than up in their own 45.
Just to tell you up, the substitution there was Callum Walsh come on in place of Fergal O'Brien, and it looks like Larkin, is that Larkin McBride going to the book? Might be a black card here because he stopped the man coming forward. It's yellow. He probably got away with one there, but yeah, it'll be a free in to the Ranch, and a chance to ease this lead out to 3 points and 90 seconds to go of normal time.
Well, stranger things have happened. A chance here now for Mary's to put 3 between them, but Queens have a goal already. Mary's, you'd imagine, will put every man behind the ball now for the last few minutes, but not sure who's that for Mary's now lining this up.
I think it is it Sean Rock, Silver Bridge man.
Sean with 2 from 5 this afternoon.
Yep, he's nailed them all.
A lot better. 50% conversion for Sean. He was on the left leg there. He's been taken on this afternoon. 3 from 6 for him, and 3 points between the teams. Not long left, plus whatever injury time. And there has been a few injuries and plenty of substitutions, so we will get a good few minutes in this second half of extra time. Another substitution coming in there, I think. No, we won't have it. We will we?
Yeah, no, it's...
yes, substitution, I think. Yeah, coming off there for Mary's is Callum Walsh. Plenty of distance there. 2 Queen's men and 1 Mary's man coming up, and it is Queen's who collect the ball. Free given away there, and a chance now for Queen's to work it up the pitch. The goalkeeper, Owen McGrath, makes his way slowly up the pitch. It's James O'Hara, a late addition, coming onto the ball now. He breaks through with plenty of pace into this top right corner once again for Queen's, and once again lost. Well, that's 5 or 6 times they've done that, but the referee says that's picked off the ground, so a chance for Queen's now to maybe go for a point.
We're 10 to time added on here now, so again, we'll no indication of how long that'll be, but I think Queen's probably need to work a goal here, because I'm not sure they're going to get 3 points in injury time.
No one allowed into the 6-yard box until this drops in. It is dropped in.
Oh, that's a really poor effort.
Right and wide. I suppose he was in between 2 minds there.
That's a bit disappointing second half from Queen's perspective. 3 points have hit in the second half, Irial, as opposed to St Mary's. 8 points, 8-3 in the second half. It's been fairly dominant performance from St Mary's.
Ryan has played well, especially in the first half this afternoon, but there wasn't a runner. I suppose he didn't know what to do. Put it over, put it in, so caught in between 2 minds there now, and you'd imagine
a super kick out.
You'd imagine Mary's now will finish off here, falling to the ground there.
Yeah, it's free.
Queens, and it's a Mary's ball, I believe.
No doubt about it. Another free to St Mary's, and a chance here to ease this out to the insurance point that they'll be looking for.
Yeah. McKenna, as you were saying there, he's picked up a small bit of an injury.
McKenna, sure what. McKenna Store, looks like the other midfielder. Dara Trainer is also sore following that last collision, and that looks like a black card from for number 20 there on the so Matthew Laverty from Moy, who was on there as well. So Massey's going to spend the next 10 on the sideline, but that'll be the last action he'll see today.
Queens now, you'd imagine that Mary's, if they can score this, we can start the post-mortem. Nearly impossible for Queens to come back at this stage. There will be definitely a few minutes extra time. We're not sure what. There's been no time foisted on the sideline, so it'll be up to the Armagh man in the middle of the pitch, Enda Mallon, to decide how many minutes extra time. I'd imagine there could be up to 5 myself.
Yeah. Well, look, you look at Queen's performance in the second half, you look at some of the guys that they're missing today for various reasons. Neil McCreesh, Peter McGrain, Anton Tohol, Finn O'Hara. Looks like the impact of the county season has started to impact those again. There is no county season at this stage, which is disappointing, and the fact that these guys aren't released to play Sigerson is hugely disappointing from the higher education college's perspective. I'm sure they'll be very disappointed the fact that the guys aren't being cleared out, because this is a very prestigious competition, and the guys should be given every opportunity to play in it. Sigerson Cup's right up there with any of the other major competitions, and I suppose we're looking to see the very, very best talent on show here, and both sides have been impacted by that today.
They have been impacted, but I think Queen's impacted more so this afternoon.
That's a super point once again from Niall McKenna.
4 points between the teams, and really nigh on impossible now for Queen's to come back into this match. I suppose Mary's not as impacted, as you say, by the county setup this afternoon. But
they've been impacted. They've been impacted as well, I suppose. Look, the key thing is here, I suppose, in this one, just for the wider GAA general, you just have to work out if these guys are to be playing with their colleges, that they're absolutely 100% available for the colleges, and it's again, we'll not labour to the point on it, but it'd be great to see the full talent from both these sides. But it looks like St Mary's are going to make the best of today.
Now Queen's on the way. Plenty of energy still from these lads. A goal would be absolutely fantastic, and James O'Hara puts this one in, but there's plenty of Mary's men to deal with that, and one of them is Sean O'Donnell, who's played a fantastic match so far this afternoon. No let up from him. Collected by Finn Murdoch there. Finn go out the wing now to Sean O'Donnell again, and Mary's with all the ball. Queen's now slowing down as McDara Hines collects it and sends it back as far as Caolan Reevy, who's been a fantastic addition to this team this afternoon. It falls to Sean O'Donnell
another
again.
Free in for St Mary's. They've just been pouring forward in numbers. Queens cannot deal with the amount of options that St Mary's have had in the second half. Say 9 points to 3 in the second half. There is no argument in terms of who the superior team has been since the break.
Yes, possession, chances on goal as well, much higher. A lucky goal from Queens, maybe some would say. A well-worked goal, others would say. I'm not the one to judge which. That definitely helped Queens, but even in the first half against the Win, Mary's with the majority possession and majority of chances as well have been the better team today. Quick ball from them, but it's going to be snuffed out by a beautiful
goal chance here.
But a goal chance and pull
back. That's a brilliant finish.
Finally worked into the goal. Sean Rock, I do believe, finishing that score with his left leg. The Kitto coming and really putting, I suppose, an unfair look on that scoreboard now all of a sudden. These teams levelled till not that long ago, and really it's Mary's day. The better team this afternoon, more chances, more possession, and in the last few minutes that goal and a few points making things look a lot probably.
I don't think you can argue with the scoreline at the end of this here. You know, it is a 7-point victory for the Ranch at the end of it, and look, they were much the stronger team in the second half. 1-7 to 3 points in the second half. You can't argue with that.
No.
They were pouring forward in numbers. We did think that the scoring goals were down this left hand side in the second half. They looked a very slick and sharp team, and they're going to give a number of these universities and colleges, bigger colleges, plenty of bother in the Sigerson this year. Queens, look, you can see how disappointed they are. They really didn't get to the pitch of the second half at all. They probably had all their football played by half time, and look, there'll be a bit of soul searching to be done over the next wee while for them in order to reset and get things going again. But no argument from the final result here. The Ranch, much superior team in the second half, and fully merited the victory.
So that's it from us in West Belfast. Fantastic performance from Mary's, as you say, Damian, especially in that second half. Scores from Queens coming from Owen McGrath, the goalkeeper, with one in the first half. Brian Conway with a beautiful score here in the second half, one of not many for Queens. Patrick McGurk, Padraig Purcell, both getting one each. Luke Donnelly playing a stormer inside with 3 points, and Ryan McQuillan with a fantastic first half with that goal, worked brilliantly with Luke Donnelly, and 2 more points coming from him this afternoon. But the majority of the scores and the chances coming today from Mary's. Daniel Hagney, the number 5, with a point. 2 from Fergal O'Brien. 1-3 coming from Sean Rock's left boot. Sean Quigley with 1. And probably man of the match this afternoon, not mine to give away, but 7 points coming from Niall McKenna in at 14 this afternoon from Mary's. Dara Corkin, the goalkeeper, with 45 as well, and Caolan Reevy, who had a fantastic introduction, getting a point for himself. So that's it from us this afternoon. Thank you for joining us for what was a wonderful display of football. Both teams, I suppose, touted to be a lot closer this afternoon, but Mary's running away with it here in Davitts Feed. From myself, Irial O'Callaghan, and Damian here this afternoon, and all the team, thanks very much, and talk to you soon.